joining us today on Envision. I'm Deanne Conrad, Community Relations Supervisor, and Dr. Brian Maher is our Superintendent. We are talking again, this is a discussion that has been ongoing in our community on the district calendar, when to start, what that calendar looks like throughout the year's time. There are a couple of community meetings coming up, January 24th at Lincoln High School and January 25th at Memorial Middle School at 5:30 p.m., both evenings, the 24th and 25th. What are the goals of this community input session?
Well, first of all, Happy New Year.
Yeah, Happy New Year. What a great way to start out, talking about the calendar, right?
It makes a lot of sense.
Absolutely.
Well, I think the real goal, really I would say personally I have two goals for this whole process. Mm-hmm. One is that we have a calendar that makes educational sense, and two is that we have a calendar that makes sense for our community. That sounds pretty easy, but really calendars become a very emotional item, and I think part of that emotion comes from our comfort level. You know, clear back to when I was in school, you started near Labor Day, and you ended near Memorial Day. It's been that way for quite a while, but over the years we got to where the beginning of the school year kept creeping forward.
Forward, back, depending upon how you want to look at it.
Earlier in August.
Right.
And I think a couple of years ago, our community said, hey, that doesn't make sense for us. So we had a community vote. We had some polarization of opinion, and we ended up with the calendar that we have now. That was a 3-year fix. We're in the second year of that 3-year fix. Next year is the third year, obviously, of that 3-year fix. And then it's time for a new calendar. So the conversations that we're having now, hopefully, is to find that new calendar that puts us in a position where it makes sense to our community and we don't have to go back to another vote of the community. So we're trying to bring in a lot of eyes and a lot of voices to that process now.
Right, so we've done a survey of parents, of staff, and of students, middle and high school students, and this opportunity is an opportunity for those who have not received a survey, perhaps community members, business leaders, what have you. Anyone who has a feeling about this that wants to come forward, this is that opportunity to do so, and that's something that you've really hit on is that community engagement and hearing from the broader community as well.
Yeah, I know at one point we had folks say, well, why don't I get a chance to weigh in on this? And the fact of the matter is everybody does get a chance to weigh in on this. Makes the process maybe a little longer than it would otherwise be. Makes it a little bit messier, but I'll go back to something I said in my interview and in my beginning weeks on the job, and that is a quote from Condoleezza Rice, and that is to the effect of, I'd rather deal with the noise of democracy than the silence of tyranny. Right. So we're dealing with a bit of that noise of democracy right now, and getting as many voices and as much input as we can get. And again, hopefully, ultimately, so we can get a calendar that makes educational sense and makes sense for our community.
Okay, those dates again. January 24th at Lincoln High School in the cafeteria there, and January 25th at Memorial Middle School in the auditorium at Memorial. Both meetings start at 5:30 p.m. If you have something to add regarding the calendar conversation, that is your opportunity to do so. Thanks for joining us on Envision.